Right, so, oh, that's what I need. Some clips. Dee dee dee. Doo 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 doo. Where are they? One, two. Lovely. Right, so welcome back, everybody. So it's been about 5, 6 days since the last time I recorded any content. So just had a night shift week, and yeah, I've been busy, been a bit lethargic. So it's back with a new session, new emphasis. So today's session is going to be deadlifts and back related movements. So welcome one and all. So we'll just start off with, I think I'm going to do some rows for the upper back just to begin with. Nice and light, nothing too crazy. One thing I would say is I do feel rather warm already, but nevertheless. So, trying to get in a good position so you can see what I'm doing. So one thing I will be doing is my deadlifts. So that is the main emphasis of today's session. Easy peasy. Hopefully try and get up to some nice numbers. If we can get up to 130 today, I'd be happy. May not sound a lot, but not something I've done a lot of very recently, so I need to do more of these compound movements. So nice. I think what I'm going to do is lower that down so it's easier for a quicker transition, that I'm not shrugging the weight up. So we get that lowered down. Just makes it easier when I'm deadlifting, that I can just plonk it onto the rack when I'm finished, knowing that I can just load up the weight more efficiently without the need to mess on. Oh, they do have the actual bar thing. That's a shit one as well. Oh, it's a shame. Right, so get things organised. So we've got some nice weights there, yes. About right there. Yeah, I think we've got all the weights that we need to perform. So drop us a comment, drop us a like if you feel the need. The one thing I do enjoy is a lot of conversation. Your little brother. Jim Simpson, what is a dream. Uh, there's not many people here, to be fair. Quite a handful of individuals, but yeah, it is very empty this time of night, morning, whichever way you want to look at it. Is that going to be good enough? Right, let's get this ball back up. Right, so 18. Right, okay. Let's proceed with increasing the weight to let's go for 80 kilos. So I'm going to do a little bit of bent over rows, see what I can do with this. Trying to keep the reps quite strict, as it were, but also mix it up with a few deadlifts as well. I think that'd be quite a nice way of doing things. And I think once we hit a certain threshold of overload with the bench over rows, then I'll probably just concentrate on deadlifts after. And then when I'm cycling back down again, we'll then do a bit more bent over rows again. We'll see how we feel. Nice. Easy enough. Not too difficult. Right, so what I want to do, actually I need to get somewhere nice and comfortable, really. So, ooh, this is going to be a bit of a pain in the arse. So, that'll be better. So, hoping I'm not going to be in the way. Will be. There we go. That'll be clear there. So, we'll do another round of bent over rows. Keep it at 80 kilos. And then we'll add a bit more weight to the bar to do some more deadlifts and wham. So I think take the joggers off. One thing I do like is to do things barefooted. I just feel like feel more planted, more grounded that way, and there's no chance of slipping or with any shoes or anything like that. So nice, interesting. Again, just need to get into that rhythm of doing things. But yeah, it is empty now, I think, pretty much, which is always nice. So this is Finford Gym in not too far from Spennymoor. So drop us a comment, drop us a like if you need to, drop us a follow. So I need to be a bit more consistent with my gym work, but just had a week of night shift and definitely knocked me around a bit. And other things going on in the background has been a bit distracting, but I've enjoyed the time off as well. So one more week of work, then we get a week off as per usual to the rota, so I can't complain. So I'm gonna load up 100 kilos now on the bar and see how that goes. But yeah, I think having I think I've probably had like 5 or 6 days off, and I do feel a bit taken back by it all. So just need to lock in. So put 100 kilos on. So get your comment in, guys. Anything you'd like to know, then please feel free to add them below, and I'll try and do my best to answer any questions. Whew. It is warm, I'll tell you that now. Sweating my tits off already. So I think this session I'm not going to go too heavy. Definitely not going to go too heavy on the deadlifts today. I think what I'll do, hopefully by next week, we'll do another deadlift session where hopefully we'll be in a mode where things are activating and we'll be able to push on and get heavier and heavier. I definitely feel when I'm in that type of mode of when I've worked a muscle group previously, within a week, I do it again, I feel a lot stronger, a bit more connected to the exercise. My body's already used to that rep range or range of motion. But anyway, I should keep this on the floor, really be easier, but okay. So what I'm going to do, this is one gym in Finford. So I think this was the second gym they ever opened up. So it is a really good gym, I must admit. It is one of my favourite ones. So yeah, cheers, appreciate the comment there, Grant. So this is in Finford, but it is a really good facility, I must admit. Probably one of my favourite ones I've been to. Right, so 100 kilos. We've done this before, so it shouldn't be too difficult. Nice. I think what we'll do is put up another 10 kilos side on. So I've been quite a few times. You've been to quite a few. Yeah, I've been a few myself. Newton Aycliffe's is quite nice. Obviously, I've been with one in Bishop. This is my normally go-to one. The one in Concert I've been to. The ones I've not been to so far are the ones in Chester Street. I've been to Wallsend one. That's nice. Bit on the small side, but it's one of them, innit? So next weight is going to be 120. So we'll see how this one goes. Again, I'm not too fussed about how many reps I'm doing. I just want to make sure I can execute the weight efficiently. So sometimes that's my main focus, is making sure I can lift the weight effectively. Again, I've heard some good things about the Chesterley Street one. It's something definitely a place I need to go to at some point. But yeah, I mean, this for me, this is my preferred time of day to come. Nice and quiet. No inconvenience of other people. So it's always nice. Right, so I feel really gassed. I feel like, ugh, really tight chested. Weird. Okie dokie. So let's move onwards and upwards. Right, put that down. Right, that's ready. So need a drink. So trying to hit this for a couple of reps. Probably one of the main things I like to do is make sure I hit at least 2 or 3 reps per set. I'm not bothered about hitting 8, 10 reps. It's not my goal. What I'll do next, once I get up to a weight that I struggle to do, I'll then back off to a weight that I can comfortably do, maybe 6 to 8 reps. But that'll be on the last 2 sets. Ooh. Yabba yabba yabba. Okay, so appreciate the follow there, Grant. So let's get funny. Anyway, there we go. Right, here we go. So we have 120 kilos on. So again, just trying to remember the routine. Again, felt nice. Definitely got more strength there to give, so definitely something I'm going to be loading up another 10 kilos on, 5 aside. Wow. So drop us a comment. One thing I do prefer all the comments, so keep your comments coming in, guys. So I'm going to load up 130, see how that goes. If the bar moves efficiently, smoothly, then I'll probably look to up the weight again. But trying to think, the last time I did deadlifts was probably a canny while ago. So I think next week we'll definitely hit another leg session. Again, be hamstring dominant. Just do things on the fly, really. But what we're going to do now is going to do, what's that one? We'll do 130, see how that goes. But wow. 5, no 5, 2.5, 5. Right, here we go. So 5 kilos. And another 5. So 1:30 ready. So one thing I need to make sure I don't rush into the next set. I want to give myself ample time to recover. Back in Fimpy, I am indeed. I am. Yes, Brooklyn, this is back here. I actually enjoyed it last time. That's why I've come back again. Again, it's not too far from Bishop. It's a nice little drive out. And sometimes I think having a change is always a nice thing to do. Don't stagnate, a bit of a change of atmosphere, although the atmosphere has never been an issue with any of the gyms I've been in so far. So it's interesting having a few different pieces of equipment at hand as well. So it does make a bit of a difference. But hi, thank you for the comments. Here we go. So here we go. Three, two. So 1:30. Nice. Probably didn't have the camera on me then. Sorry about that, guys. Bit to get before I didn't turn the camera onto myself. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably do another set. Probably might be better. Whew. Let's have a look. From the camera there. Make it a bit more friendly for the people who use the next wrap binding, if they so wish. Absolutely. There we go. There we go. We'll try again. 1:30. Do this one in quick concession. Nice. Wow. Absolutely. Casting. Wow, wow, wow. Man. That's pretty good. Considering I've not done deadlift since probably a couple of months ago now. So happy with the range of motion. Don't think I'm going to push any harder in today's session. I don't think it's that important to overexert myself. Definitely feel the fatigueness coming in terms of energy reserves. One thing I would say is I have stopped taking any creatine. It was just playing havoc with my digestive system, and yeah, I wouldn't say I never noticed any difference, but we'll see how things go. Carry on from here. So that was 130. I don't think I'm going to push on anymore. So I think what I'm going to do is lighten up the load. Probably go to 110 kilos, and see if I can do, let's say, trying to aim for like 6 to 8 repetitions. Something that I would like to start doing more of, especially on the last set. Really emphasize that bit of muscular endurance. So, right, so that's that one there. So we have, I think it's a bit dark there, isn't it, for you? That's the only problem with it. I think the light's a bit naff. Here we go. Right, have a bit of a resty. Right, so again, so we've got 110 kilos on. So with this one, I want to try and get a good 6 reps. Try and hopefully do a bit of that endurance within the actual session. And I think next time when we come to do deadlifts again, look at trying to get up to the 145 kilos, which I've done before. But it'd be nice to replicate that again, and hopefully trying to exceed the 145 kilos in the future. So, but we need to be consistent in doing the actual exercises. Wow. So only 6 reps, but wow, proper taxed. You need to stand up, make sure. Wow, that is taxing, especially this time of the morning. Wow. So far so good. Wow. So what I'm going to do is might lighten the load up yet again. I'm trying to do some bent over rows. But wow. Wow. So yeah, get your comments in. If you'd like to know anything, then please feel free to put them in the box down below. Ooh. And I think after this we're going to do some rotator cuff movements, trying to leave any tension in the rotator cuffs. Ooh. Right, I'm going to put this to 100 kilos. I'm trying to do some bent over rows, or so I should say Penalay rows. We'll see how that goes at 100 kilos. This might be at my upper limit in terms of what I can do efficiently with good form, or thereabouts. But yeah, wow. Always find the first session back after a long period of time of absence, it tends not to be the best in terms of weight capacity, muscular endurance. I think sometimes it takes my hormones to actually like kick in. As soon as I get that momentum going, things just seem to go according to better. But anyway, okay. Right, okay. Oh. I don't think I'm going to do any bent over rows at 100 kilos. I'm absolutely goosed. I think that's sometimes the important thing, is sometimes know what your capacity is and not trying to over exert yourself. Try it, and if something doesn't feel right, there's no point pushing on too soon, causing yourself a hernia or an injury. So, right, lighten up the load. I'm going to put this back on the rack, and we'll lighten up the load. Probably go at 60 kilos. I'm absolutely goosed. Never mind. Right. That was a good stint. So, back to 60 kilos. Wow. Right, almost done. Right, so bars ready again. Have a bit of a rest whilst we're waiting to recoup. But wow. But wow. So, do one more row exercise on here, and then we'll probably go to the dumbbells and do a bit of a rotator cuff, or might go upstairs and do some hamstrings upstairs on the leg curl. But wow. So far so good. I cannot complain. But I am a bit goosed. Right, so okay, so Mhm. Wow, proper goose. Not too bad. It does get lighter as soon as you ramp up the weight and then go really light again. Feels night and day. But wow. We'll do one more set and then we'll go upstairs and do some seated hamstring curls. Wow. Right. One more set. Wow, wow. Absolutely. Absolutely goosed. But anyway, oh, you can't even see me. Anyway, it's not good. No point doing exercise you can't see me. So just load up. And that's it, I'm done. Absolutely goose. Wow. I think that's probably one of the important things to always understand, knowing when to quit whilst you're ahead. I think tomorrow I'm definitely going to be worse for wear, a little bit sore, which is always a nice aspect of training, especially when you train efficiently. Maybe I've overexerted myself today, who knows. But wow. So, done for now on here. So I think the quest is now to go upstairs and jump onto the hamstrings. So we'll do a couple of rounds of that upstairs. So, so let's tidy up, which is pretty much done already. So we won't need them straps for a while. So one thing I like about this gym is we've got a dedicated dipping station, which is really good. Ideal for me because it's the right width. Ones I've been on at my gym is a bit too wide, and for me it needs to be the right match to hopefully induce a good challenge to the body, not overexert myself. which I found the one at my gym is not suited for my physique or my body size, as I'm a bit on the small side in terms of frame. But anyway, right, so any messages? Right, so look at all my shit I have. So upstairs, and we'll do some hamstrings upstairs. Here we go. Lovely bubbly. Absolutely empty. I'm knackered already. Ain't gonna lie. Do like the lighting up here, it's quite nice. I'm aching. So, okay. Here we go. I'm knackered already. I want to take the shoes off. Wow. So, please feel free to drop us a message. Do you like a nice conversation? I think everybody's out on the piss, aren't they, on a Saturday night? But I don't really get that option, to be fair. Don't find it interesting anymore. Much prefer to work on myself. Right, 25 kilos. Ah, oh, so nice. I've put on, that's where I want it. So not bad. Needed my towel. I feel myself dripping. The only thing I dislike about this equipment, there's no place to put your bottle, which is a bit annoying at times, but it is one of them. So let's put you on my good side, he says. Do I have a good side? I don't know. I think that's too far forward. Come on. That's better. So, might need to. Right, there you go. No, that's too. Oh, I might need to be further forward. That's better. That's annoying. Ah, maybe that'll be better. Oh, so drop us a comment if you like to ask anything. Please feel free to do so. Oh, that's better. So, not too bad. That's going up my calves. A bit annoying. Okie dokie. That should be better. Right, so. That's gross. Nice. So I think what I'm going to do is increase the rep from 37.5. So a nice bump up in weight. Like everything, I think when it comes to like dedicated machines, I tend to try and aim for 8 to 10 reps per set. I know, and again, just always look to overload the muscle because it's a fixed range of motion. There's nothing to worry about in terms of weight crashing down, hurting myself. So this is an ideal time to overload within reason. That was proper tight, but that's ideal. Wow. I think tomorrow morning I'm definitely going to be a little bit worse work on Monday morning for sure. Whew. So feel free to drop the message. I think after this exercise, I might then jump onto some leg extension, trying to get the balance between front and back. And then what I'm going to do is probably head back downstairs again and try and do some. Don't think we've got in there. We'll probably go back downstairs again to do some rotated cuff movements, or might see if we've got any light enough weights up here to do said exercise, but I don't think we do, which is a bit of a shame. So we'll see. Right, so I'm going to go up to 40 kilos. Here we go, 40 kilos. Oh, I think one more set. We'll do that at 42.5. Wow. I think one of the things I'm going to try and start doing is try not to do too many sets or overload myself with too many exercises per muscle group. A couple of exercises per muscle, I think, is always going to be bang on. So I think we'll do one more back movement for the upper back, which will be my rotator cuff movements. Do a leg extension just to keep things balanced. And I don't know if we've got any calf raising machine. We'll try and do some calf raises here if we can. But we'll see. Wow. So, right, so, yeah, 42.5 loaded. So, 42.5 kilos. Let's get this one done and get on to the next exercise. 3, 2, 1. Oh, yeah. That is enough. Don't have to hit every rep. That's killing enough. Oh, wow. Wow. What a journey. So, leg extension. Let's get this one underway and done. So, drop us a comment, guys, if you would like to ask something, please feel free. Wow. I think the weekend tends to be probably one of the most quietest times to come. Oh. Right, 30 kilos, not heavy. Oh. I think the most important thing is just try and maintain that control throughout the range of motion. Is probably one of the important things. I think there is a certain place where you should speed up the reps where possible in certain sets, but I don't think you need to be blasting things out, trying to get the exercise done just in a very quick spurt of energy. I think that time under tension is really vital, and for me, I probably prefer that very slow, methodic. Ooh. Ah. Wow. What a day. So again tomorrow morning we'll come here again tomorrow. Oh, we come here tomorrow, will we? Will we come here tomorrow? Probably not. Saturday, Sunday now, so yeah. I think Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I think Monday we'll probably end up going to Bishop. Trying to keep it local tomorrow. But wow. Right, another set, and then probably skedaddle downstairs. Wow. Oh. It's a shame that I don't have some more weights up here, like free weights, in terms of like dumbbells. I'm pretty sure we don't. Let's have a quick look, make sure I've not missed anything. I don't think we have. Which is a shame, to be fair. I mean, a little small rack of dumbbells would have been fucking smashing up here, like. Whew. Yeah. Still well equipped. Very nice. But wow. Friggin' hell. So, there you go. So what we're going to do is Hmm. So cool. It is such a nice gym here at Finford. Very well liked. So, to do one more set, and then we'll then skedaddle back downstairs and do some rotator cuff movements. Might use a cable machine again. I think sometimes when you use cables to dumbbells, again it gives it a different type of resistance throughout the range of motion. One thing I haven't yet used is any resistant bands. I know they will be a different ball game for said movement. But anyway, let's do this little puzzle for Tiki Talk. So, I think with that one done now, we'll gather our thoughts, go downstairs, and do some cable rotator cuff movements. Wow. Like I said, always I've got a light on the top of my head, doesn't help, does it? Like I've always said, when it comes to the first session back, it tends to be the most difficult one first. The lack of muscle endurance isn't there from the get-go on the first time I'm back. But I think tomorrow's session will be a lot better. I do feel bloated, but then I did have a Kakadis the other day. What a waste of money that was. Fucking hell. Well, there we go. Okay, right. So, downstairs. So we're going to do some rotator cuffs on the old cable machine. Right, and downstairs. Gotta be careful I don't fucking fall. Here we go. Wow. So, go on the big cable machine. Oh my goodness. Here we go, right here. Here we go. Right, so where are? I've got some T-handles, that's fine. It is dark here though, isn't it? This one the best one? Might be a bit lighter over there, right, but that's the only issue with this corner is a bit dark. It's a bit dark, I must admit. And my thing's dying as well. Oh dear. Never mind. Oh. So with the rotator movements, we don't need to be heavy. So nice appropriate weight is always recommended. I think that's in heavy straight away, so again, it might not look like a massive movement, but this is one of the most underrated exercises that people probably skip out on, but I do find really important to do. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I think the importance is trying to work the muscle in different planes as well. So you need to get things having that force change directions is quite important as well. Again, it's not a heavy weight I'm doing. It's not about the weight. It's about getting the muscle engaged and just controlling the range of motion. And we'll go back to start again. Again, it's all about squeezing the muscles, letting muscles follow that natural plane. Squeeze. It's just a nice, underrated movement. It's so simple. It's just trying to remember all the different variables that you can add. And it's so important. Keep on top of it. I found doing these type of movements help me get a better, stronger bench, even though it's not anything audacious. It still really helped progress things on. I think what I'm going to do in the future is I'm going to get myself some resistant bands for home, so I can do some light stretches at home and whatnot. And again. So another one is like if we're taking a throwing darts. Oh, Again. Just trying to keep my elbows in like a fixed position. So try to keep it high, almost shoulder width or shoulder height, to say. But wow, makes a massive difference. Hi everyone. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good username. What gym? Hayden, this is one gym in the northeast of England. This is Finford Gym near Spennymoor. So, whew. Again, it's good. But yeah, it's very quiet here today, which is really nice. I think because it's a bit further up from town, it's nice and quiet this summer night. Right. So I normally try to do like 2 or 3 sets per exercise where possible, depending on how I feel. So yeah, get your comments in, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm aware it's not been the best session today, but it is my first one back since last week. Been busy with work. So one thing I would say is I definitely appreciate having the time off. I feel a lot stronger on the second session. I'm trying to work out 3 to 4 times a week, and having that time off from the gym really does help. I think it's probably one of the most underrated things about coming to the gym, especially when you're a natural lifter, having that time off to recuperate. And if I have an extended period away from the gym, I'm not depressed, I'm not angry or anything like that. I think some people make gym life a part of their personality and they live by it, and I think sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming. I just don't think it's, in terms of longevity, I just don't think it's sustainable. I think 3 to 4 sessions a week for anybody trying to keep healthy, it's more than enough. Especially if you're not competing, and especially if you're not taking any substances. Right, and so last set of exercises. Nice. Can't complain. Yeah. So at the moment, we're not looking at reducing our calories. Our calories are still over 2,200 calories at minimum. So we're maintaining weight so far. I'm going to try and get as strong as I can up until the end of the year, see how things go from there. So, cost probably 2 body. So we'll see how things go. As long as I'm getting stronger, I'm happy. Would be nice to get onto 100 kilos flat bench. So something that I need to do a bit more of. Right, and last stint. So if you can get your comments in, guys, I really do appreciate the comments above everything else. Whether you like this stream or not, the comments are something that I really do appreciate quite highly. I think that engagement is a lot. And your body really does need this type of movement. Really does work a lot of magic. Wow. So, right, so I need to think about what the hell I'm going to do. This battery's almost dead. Don't know which one that's for. But nevertheless, so I appreciate your comments and I appreciate people liking the stream. It's really very nice of you. So, what do we need to do now is we have a couple more exercises that we need to do. We've got biceps, triceps. I think that'll be a couple of the movements that we can do. Wow. Okay, so I think the biggest exercise is just get this finger in position. Freaking annoying sometimes. Okay, so something I haven't done for a while is we'll do some bit of triceps. Again, I mean 30 kilos is quite very light. It's always nice to have that like control. But that's a bit too light for myself, so let's go up to 50 kilos. Okay, that was nice. I think one thing I want to do is have a straight ball. Where is the straight ball? Can't see one. Go and find one. Oh, what the fuck? Aha. Right, we do have one. We do have. So. Right, so. Okay, that's about right. Okay, so 30 kilos loaded up on the Nice. We go to 40 kilos. She was annoying me. So do 40 kilos. Do like to do things in quick concession when it comes to like smaller muscle groups. I do like to hit them quicker and harder, and they just respond so much easier to that type of stimulus. So 40 kilos. Right, we'll do 50 kilos next, but after we've done some more triceps push downs. We'll go 60 kilos. I think that'll be probably the last one. Wow, wow, wow. Here we go. 60 kilos. 2. Nice. Very methodical. Again, probably not as heavy as they can go. So we might do one more set on that one. Whew. Wow. It's such a nice thing. I think the only thing they don't have is a dedicated calf raise, seated calf raise thing, is what I don't see here. Do they have a biking press? Can't see one. I think they do. No, they do. I think they have a biking press, which is okay, I guess. But I definitely do prefer a seated calf raise machine, which is quite lucky to have one at my gym in Bishop, which is always good. Whew. So get your comments in, guys. If you'd like to ask anything, then please feel free to do so. We'll do one more set on the bicep curl. 50 kilos. See how this goes. What I always find is the first rep tends to be the most difficult rep, but then after that it tends to move quite nicely. That's not too bad, 50 kilos. Right, I'm going to do 70 kilos on the tricep. Might be the heaviest for today. I don't want. That is it. That is my shallot right there. Wow. So, done a bit of bicep, bit of tricep, which is always nice. I think tomorrow's session will hit a different portion of the tricep and bicep. Always recommend trying to hit different aspects of the muscle groups that you can. I think tomorrow we'll definitely do a bit of upper back with some pull-ups and do some more abdominal workouts as well tomorrow. That'll be fun. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish off with a probably a lat movement now, just to keep things emphasized on the back. Right, yeah, now mush. Come on then. Right, and mush. Let's find one more exercise, and then we'll skedaddle. Which one we're gonna go on? Probably more of a. Might be a bit of a pull down. Keep it quite simple. Yeah. Yes, it is. It is one gym in Finford. So 10 star points for you. Well done. Whew. See if you spent too long in the gym or you're a stalker. I would assume that you've probably been to this gym before, so you know the layout of the gym. So kudos to you. Right, so this is not my local. I normally go to the one in Bishop. So hi. So next time if you see me in here, then just drop me a hello. I'm a very friendly guy. But yeah, if you do see me, then just give us a nod. I've only been working out since last April, so relatively getting back into the swing of things. And I definitely want to get as strong as fuck. So yeah, appreciate the comments. Like I always say, the most important thing is people dropping a comment in. And I feel a bit bloated today, but I did have khaki D's yesterday, so I think the wheat definitely plays havoc with my digestive system, which is prevalent. Right, so 60 kilos altogether, 30 kilos aside. Quite a moderate weight for me, to be fair. So yeah, drop us a follow, drop us a like, but most importantly, drop us a comment. It is a nice gym up here, I do like it. Like I said, probably missing one or two items which would make it my go-to gym. Definitely needs a seated calf raise machine. That would be really a nice addition to this gym. I can't see one here. All I can see is the Viking one, which is nice to a certain degree. But nice. I think tomorrow's session is going to be a bit more chest orientated, abdominals, what else? Attitude, I think that'd be a good one to work on. Let's have a look now, is there? Let's have a look. Trying to think. There's a standing one there. Yes, you're right. Up the steps. I keep forgetting about that side of things. You're right, there is. But you know, the one I actually prefer, the one at my gym, the Cybex one, and it's just so much more simplistic. But yeah, there is one up there, so correct. So it is a really good gym actually. Only thing is, it needs some weights upstairs, some free weights from dumbbells. I think that would make it a bit more enjoyable, especially if you're going upstairs to do a workout. 5, 10 maybe. Do number 10. So 40 kilos aside. This is probably getting up to a max load for me now. So here we go. Okay. I think that's my shallot on that side of things. Work up and then we'll just back off now. Wow. Oh yes. Whew. Right, and back down to 60 kilos. Right. Wow. Wow. Yeah, it is Finford. So yeah, so it is one gym in Finford. There's many one gyms scattered around up the northeast of England. So you would not be disappointed. I think the big ones are probably the better ones to go to. I've been to the one in Wallsend. Wasn't overly impressed with it. I'm not saying it's bad by any means, but wasn't the best one I've been to. But still, it's very accommodating. It's got everything that you could almost need there. I think it's missing one or two items that would make it a bit more rounded of a gym. But yeah, knackered. So do one more set, and then I might just do nothing. Wow. Yo, Newcastle One Gym. I've not been to that one yet, Jack. So this is Finford near Fenimore. Definitely would like to go to one gym in Newcastle at some point. Just as a street. Again, there's so many others out in Redcar, so it'll be interesting. So yeah, drop us a comment if there's anything you'd like to ask or want to know, then please feel free to do so. Right, so Wow. Right, getting to that point where energy levels are ebbing away ever so slowly. It's been a nice session. First one back after almost 6 days off, which wasn't always planned that way. Sometimes how things happen. But I do find having a nice absence of leave from the gym definitely helps me to some degree. Never underestimate the importance of having time off from the gym. Oh. Right. Oh, done, completed. Wow. It has been a good session, I can't lie. Wow. Probably one of the things I like about this gym is some aspects it's quite light and airy. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right. So, I think that's going to be today's session done. So, thanks for everybody who has commented, liked, decided to follow the channel. It's always nice to get more followers. But join me tomorrow, where we'll be back at my home gym in Bishop Auckland, where we'll be hopefully hitting some dumbbells and doing some hopefully some chest movements and seeing what we can get up to in tomorrow's session. So join me for that session tomorrow around about similar time, 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock. So I look forward to seeing you all there. Take care for now.